What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. Nico here with Mario, and then this is the UAP preview podcast series that we're gonna do before the start of the season on September 20. So first, of course, we're gonna start with our alma mater, the Ateneo Blue Eagles, and our guest for today is Kyle Gamber. And the reason why we chose Kyle is because we have actually followed Kyle's growth ever since he got into Ateneo a few
Yeah,
years back when he was still a freshman, and now when he's left wide open, you can almost count. It's a sure thing,
exactly.
especially this summer, right,
Exactly.
Mario? Especially we were
Exactly,
witnesses to that
man.
one back in Asia Basket, and
Asia basket,
yeah,
bro. What's it called? Even in the forgot if it was the Pasikat showdown. I forgot if it was that one or even in the SGA training, man. We were Nico and I were both there. Yeah, we're both
that was a
there.
nice play. He was the one that was designated to hit the last shot.
Yeah,
I remember that
designated
one
Oh,
from the
shooter,
left
man.
wing. I remember that one.
yeah.
But yeah, thanks so much, man, for coming on. This is gonna be like Nico and I do this every year, like the UAAP preview. You're the first one, like Nico said. So for all of those people watching out there, we hope you guys enjoy. So Kyle, first question. Season's coming up pretty soon. Are you guys excited?
Of course, excited every year, but this year a little bit more because, of course, we have the expectations this year, and we have the guys to make it happen. So, really excited, and we believe in ourselves as well. So,
Hey man, I'm so sure it's kind of a bounce back year for you guys, right?
for
Last
sure.
year, I forgot if it was seventh or sixth or seventh, like
Were we
something like
last? We were last, right?
I think we're last.
We
I
were
think we're
last,
last.
that.
Mario.
In
We
my
were
mind, you
last.
were seventh. In my mind, but like,
Yeah, we
yeah.
were
So
last.
last year we were last, but this year, the expectations are high. If I'm correct, I know the expectations are hella high. So what does it feel like now? It's like a bounce back. It's like a bounce back year.
Uh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a bounce back year. Last year, I told Signal the other day when we had our media day. Last year was a year of rookies. You knew the story that we had a bunch of guys that were inexperienced. Me, I was a sophomore and I was considered one of the veterans even at that time. And then this year, coaches brought in a lot of experienced guys. We have three one and dones. A lot of our veterans have moved up a year. Like me, I'm a third year. Josh is a fifth year. We have a lot of guys that have a lot of experience on this team this year. So, of course, we're going to expect a lot to to come out with what we want for sure.
Would you say that the adjustment was easy when it comes to integrating those one and dones to the team? It's been a while since we last done that, or I don't remember even the last time that we did something like that. But for you, Kyle, especially that Jaden is playing the same position as you, right? You would say that you guys still play the same position at the guard
Uh,
spot?
Well, to answer your first question about
Yeah.
adjustment,
Hmm.
Kai came in September last year, maybe
September.
August.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
he was watching the games last year, and then he was able to start training with us already in January. So Kai was pretty much seamless because once we started our new systems and everything, he was already incorporated in what we wanted to do.
Okay.
And for Jaden and Dom, it was a lot more of a concern when they came in because it was a lot later in
Yeah.
June, early June. But both of them really slipped into the team very well. And Jaden's playing point guard more often
Okay.
than he is two guard. So we have that 3 point guard rotation right now with Jared, Ian, and Jaden. And then Dom is playing the three man. But Jaden does play the wing sometimes. So we're pretty deep at wing. You could say that. But as far as them meshing with the team well, it's been great. Like we love all three of those guys. Kai just got named captain, so that's one of our leaders. Both really vocal guys. Jaden's a great leader, and Dom's a great leader by example. And of course, all three of them are really talented. So it's not really a question of them meshing. It's more of how we're gonna perform all together in season because everything we've seen in the preseason has been great so far.
Man, you mentioned the deep guard rotation you have, the deep point guard rotation you have. Ian, I think, has shown a lot of improvement since last year. I don't know what he did in the offseason, but that guy looks
Same
insane this
question.
year. That
What
guy.
do you do?
What did he do? Would you know? Would you know what he was doing?
I mean, I love. I mean, Ian's gonna see this, and Ian's a really hard worker, man. Another great leader for this team. Always getting extra shots up, always putting in extra work, And I love him because he's gonna find me. You guys have seen
Yeah,
like
oh, for sure,
he's
Yeah,
man.
always
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
find me, right?
yeah.
But yeah, no, I just works really hard, and finally he's gotten some opportunity to show what he wants
Mhm.
to, and he's gained the confidence from the coaches. So it's been really good with all our point guards. All our point guards have improved and played their roles really well.
Hey, man, you mentioned Nico and I mentioned it off the air because I don't know why we did that, but you turned into an insane shooter for Ateneo. I think if I remember my numbers correctly, you were number one
Asia
in
basket. I
in
think he was
Asia
number one.
Basket. Well, has it always been your game, or have you just focused on that in Ateneo? What's up with that?
Yeah, how did
Uh,
it become like that? How have you been curious?
honestly,
I'm also curious.
I've always been a really good shooter. My dad, I used to have all these trainers in the States in high school. I was always with a trainer. My dad, we used to go to my gym from my old school I used to go to, and we would go there every night, getting hundreds, thousands of shots up every day, doing different drills and things like that. So I used to shoot practically every day before I left. And so coming in, coming into Ateneo, I was already expected that role to be a shooter. So when I started shooting well in Asia Basket, people started noticing. Me personally, humbly, I wasn't too surprised about it. It was more about getting the ball, right? So uh, I've always been able to shoot. It was more just how can I find the spots? How can I keep that consistency? And now that I'm being been able to play, I've been able to showcase that better. But as far as high school, as far as like previous play styles, I've always been able to shoot for the most part just because of all the extensive work I've done.
Speaking of like the training that you guys had, Kyle, like aside from your personal workouts, I'm now speaking about us as team. Was there any changes that Coach Tab did last year to this year, considering that it's a more veteran laden team compared to last year, where it's more of rookies and sophomores?
Uh, I would say I would say as far as terminology and systems
Hmm.
go, it's more snap, snap, snap. It's like we're getting from play to play and we're more focused on reads rather than explanation of
Okay.
what we need to do a certain action. So terminology that coaches use that might have to be explained in previous years, he's more just naming it and expecting us to do it on the spot. And so that helps us with getting more to the point of what we want to actually execute and getting the best shot rather than trying to just make movements on the court, I guess. And so, as far as this veteran team and what we've been able to accomplish in the preseason, the rate at which we've been able to do that has been a lot better than compared to last year. And also last year, with the amount of rookies we had, the start of that was really June.
Yeah.
So for us to have a whole team together, it was so late for us to start compared to just adding
This.
Dom and Jaden really
Yeah.
and the Cebu boys. Uh, and dominating being experienced players already, we started our system in January. So
Yeah.
we've been able to mesh our system a lot better compared to last year.
Man, Ateneo had an insanely packed preseason. If you guys went to Passi. I forgot what city that's in. You guys went to
Iloilo.
Oh
Passi
yeah, Iloilo, yeah.
Against
Iloilo.
Sunbed, right? Yeah. And then you went to Japan. You went for
Yeah.
the WUBS tournament. WUBS, am I
Yeah.
pronouncing that
No, no,
word
no.
right?
It wasn't Wubs. It was different, right, Kyle? It was
Yeah, it
like
was different. It was separate. We were in Osaka. Wubs is in
Ah,
Tokyo.
yeah, okay, okay. You went to Japan as well. Then you also you went Asia Basket, although that was like kind of the end of last year. And we even know you guys played against some pro teams and international teams. You went against SJ's team from Korea and Nico and I, like we said, we were there when you played against
SGA.
SGA, where I don't know if we're allowed to say this. If we're not, I'm so sorry, Nico. Just
It's
cut it out.
it's okay.
But
It's okay. We didn't.
you
We
guys
didn't.
only lost. You
Yeah.
all only lost by 2 points to a team that housed five former NBA players, four former NBA players. So what's all that experience been like, especially building up towards the season?
Uh, with those experienced teams, you can feel it. Like when we played that Korean team,
Yeah.
unbelievably fast out of the gate, and you could feel their pressure and experience. And like I was mentioning about the reads and the experience, it happens like clockwork for them. And then with the SGA team, it was just an immense amount of talent on one team that you had to cover. So like we were trying to focus on on their point guard, or we were trying to focus on their bigs, and then we had the next problem to handle, like Javi hitting like 5 threes or whatever he was doing,
Yeah, have
right?
we?
So we had to focus on so many different things, but in that way, it's made us improve so much because when you're able to play against better competition, that's the best way to improve. So when we were playing those pro guys, it was just a stepping stool and almost like a way we could get out of our comfort zone to compared to when we would play like UAA teams or other college teams in the preseason.
Yeah, I love it. Like out of all those games, what was like the most memorable one for you, Kyle? If you could just pick one, even if it also includes tune-up games that you didn't mention, is there something that that is the most memorable one for you, at least in this summer?
Uh, can I say Asia basket game or is that exclusive to
Yeah,
the
you
summer?
can.
Of
Let's
course,
do
I had
it.
the LaSalle game. The LaSalle
The
game was my
LaSalle game.
favorite
Oh
game.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was amazing. The
When you
crowd was
went
going.
off.
Yeah.
It's different, right? It's a different vibe to play in Oro when it's the gym was full back. It's the first time you've seen something like that. I think ever since the 50s, that's what Jai said to us.
Yeah. Oh, it was amazing. Yeah. Once we were warming up and you could hear guys like already like screaming and stuff, and then Mason was shooting, and then everyone's booing, and then it was so fun, and there's a comfort of being home, like the home team, that you had a lot more confidence going into that game, and I didn't really feel as many nerves, I guess, and so
Okay.
uh you could just feel the support and the fire in that game. So that's why it was something that was really memorable for me. And of course, I was hitting shots, so
Yeah, yeah.
that's
And how many
the best
threes?
part.
You had six? You have like six or something? You had a
Something like
lot.
that. So I think
Yeah, yeah.
it's six, five or six, five or
Yeah, yeah.
six.
Five or six, I remember now. I
Yeah,
was like, how many threes does Kyle sit?
yeah,
All right, brother, we need to talk about it. A lot of new names, like you mentioned, Kanina, Kimani, Dom,
Dom.
Jaden, and another name that people are really excited about, especially Ateneo fans, is Divine, right? People are, especially because Divine has a whole 5 years, 4 or 5 years,
yeah.
left.
A true rookie.
So
True rookie.
yeah, can you tell us a little something about each of them that people should be excited about, or the Ateneo people should don't disclose too much.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah, of course.
we're
Don't
trying to
discuss
hide
like
we're
where they're
trying to
gonna
hide a little
be in the
something.
low block.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
But
So
can you give? Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, with Kai, I think like I said, I don't want to give the scouting report, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
With Kai, people have already played against Kai and Divine, and you've seen a lot of it in Asia Basket. But there's been a lot of development since then. Divine, he's a rookie, but he's been able to grow and understand the system and pick it up a lot faster than we expected. So Divine has a big weight on his back, especially being our five man, our primary five man. But Divine's a really great player. He's strong, he's smart, he's effective, and we love all our guys. Like one thing about this preseason especially is we've been able to bond. We just came back from team bonding, and this team's gotten really close. And not only have we bond, but we've been having fun doing it, and we've been able to develop a culture compared to last year. And guys have been able to step up more and fill roles, and we all understand each other a lot better. But to get back to Kai, really talented guy, can shoot everywhere, has jumpers, he pull up in the mid range, he pull up from three. Just a crazy offensive threat, really. And then Dom and Jaden, that's the one I don't want to say too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah,
Yeah. Till
yeah.
now,
but
like
They don't know yet. They
honestly,
don't know yet.
yeah, yeah. Dom is one of the most talented guys I've played with, honestly. Dom is
Yeah,
really talented, and Jaden's really, honestly, both of them. I don't want to say not both of them because really both of them are really talented, really skilled guys. And Jaden is a great point guard, handles the ball really well, can shoot the lights out as well. And Dom, he's a great scorer. But he's also a really good defensive threat. Dom's a great all around player. So both those guys have been huge additions for the team. And as far as all four of those new names, you can expect to hear them a lot coming season.
for sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah, anything else, Mario, before we wrap this up with
Well,
Kyle?
I got one. This is out of something, man. This isn't really about the men's basketball team, but obviously, I want to ask you about the women's team also. obviously the women's basketball team or women's basketball in general hasn't been getting that much hype or that much or that people don't really watch it as much. But we know the Ateneo women's team is a great team to watch, right?
Right.
Casey, Gracie, Kai, and so many others. So, do you have anything, or you could say anything that could make people want to watch the women's UAAP?
Uh, as of recent, what I've seen in the Philippines has been there's been a spread
Yeah.
and shared love for the women's game, and I really love that. Of course, I'm a supporter, and like with Sabrina coming out and trying to spread that as well. Uh, I hope to see a lot more viewership, especially this season going in. And there is a lot of excitement to be seen. Like Casey is could be going for a three-time MVP, right? And then Kyla, she's gonna. I want her to have a breakout season. I expect her to. And so that team's really good. A lot of talent. They have a lot of incoming rookies as well. So they're aiming for a championship just like we are. And so it's really competitive in the women's league as well. And so I don't see a reason not to watch it just as much as us. Of course, we're gonna be dunking, but
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, the women's league is really talented as well. So uh, I would tell everyone just to tune in as well, just as much as you're watching our games. And if you're supporting Ateneo, you should support all teams, all sports, really. So yeah.
Kyle, I want to ask, are there any teams or players that you're excited to go up against aside from LaSalle?
We haven't played UP in the preseason. I wanted to play UP.
Actually, they
We didn't
haven't
get to
played
play.
UP. There was not
Yeah,
any UP throughout the whole time.
yeah. So we don't have much of a physical experience or scouting report on them. So I think player is
Player,
that
yeah.
controversial? Is that I
Nah,
don't know.
nah,
No, 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 no. I
nah. Don't
mean,
worry about it.
no,
I
it's just a
gotta think.
player.
I gotta
Yeah.
think.
It's just like you're excited to go up against. It didn't say that you have beef with.
I can't. I don't think I can name a player, but I think I'm
Okay,
excited to play those big
UP.
games versus UP and
Or
LaSalle.
UP
Both of
pro.
them.
UP.
Yeah,
UP LaSalle. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Brother, last two questions from me. Well, last three actually. Number one, man, Coach Tab is still the head of the snake, right? He's still the head coach, along with Coach Sandy and and the rest of your coaching staff. Obviously, like you said a while ago, you had to incorporate three or four new players. You also had to bounce back from last year. So how have your coaches kind of built the foundation again, or kind of built the mindset that this year is a championship year?
Uh, Especially our coaches, they don't get enough love as they should. Those are the masterminds. Like we go out and play, but all the work behind closed doors is them. We don't have the offense, we don't have the system, we don't have the defense, all that, unless they are coaching us to have that. All the scouting reports, all that work is really them. We absorb it, and we're the ones that bring it to the court. But just as important, or the most important, is all of them. So as far as adjustments with this team, I wouldn't say it's any different because in all 3 years, it's constant adjustments. It's constant uh, adapting to the team they have, adapting to the competition we're going to be playing, the style, right? So, and we have me as a shooting threat. We have a really big inside threat this year with Kai and Divine. So those are things that coaches take into consideration. They use our strengths to build the best team we can have. So those coaches are constantly working. They get to the gym earlier than all of us, and they're scheming. They're making the practice plan, and it's so much brain work for them to bring it to life. So uh, those are the not the unsung heroes, but Coach Tab gets all the credit, but all those assistant coaches are putting in just as much work as well. And of course, we thank Coach Tab for being that leadership, being the figure that puts it all together as well. So, yeah, adjustments wise, they're constantly making adjustments. I wouldn't say this year's any different.
All right. Second to the last. Again, answer this any way you want, man. Is it championship or bust?
Championship. I can't
It's
say anything else.
It's of course it's championship, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what I've seen in this preseason is we're deep, we're talented. There's a lot of guys that they can go, and I think we can compete with any guys out there. If we can compete with all those pro teams they're pro teams, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't see a reason why we can't win a UAAP championship, and everyone on the team expects it. Like we all really believe this is a year for us, so that's what we're gonna try to do.
All right, I love it. Last man, this is the last, not really a question, but obviously a lot of people are going to be watching this episode. Ateneo fans, non-Ateneo fans, doesn't really matter, right? Do you have any message for them and specifically for the Ateneo community?
I say it all the time, but I'll reiterate every time as well. The fans, the alumni, the supporters, that's the backbone of everything we do. Like, there's so many people we don't want to let down, right? So this year is going to be huge for us because we're trying to bounce back. We haven't won a championship in a while, and that's our culture. We have a winning culture in Ateneo, and that's what we expect, and that's what the fans expect. So it's our job to bring that in. But like we mentioned about the LaSalle game, all the supporters there, you could really feel everyone and all the love. That's so huge. That goes into the game and that really like fires us up. That gets the runs going. That gets all the shots that go in. They call timeout. Other team calls a timeout. We go to our huddle and we're excited. We're ready to go. So all those little moments, all those little things, you don't think it plays a factor in the game, but it does. It's really huge. So as far as all the supporters go, we're all so thankful. We love it. We really do love it. And we couldn't do it without the supporters as well, and all the alumni, all the assistment, all the assisting that they do for us. So yeah, thank you, is really the word to say. Thank you.
Okay, for me, like before we close this, I just want to ask why Ateneo, Kyle? Why Ateneo? And then
I mean, well, like, why did I come to Ateneo?
no, why Ateneo?
Oh,
Why Ateneo will win the
Why is that?
championship? Yeah,
oh.
it's so funny. Just make a 180. So why did you choose Ateneo?
I was like,
Yeah.
that's an
No,
old
no, no,
question.
no, 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 no. It's why. What I mean, why Ateneo? Why will Ateneo win? Why Ateneo will win everything?
Giving you every reason. I've said it all. We
Yeah.
have all the pieces. We have the coaching staff. We have all the players. We have the supporters. This is the team. Like we have really high hopes. So that's what we're gonna go out and expect for each other. And I'm not saying there's we might lose, right? Like there's
Yeah.
all those other teams are talented,
Yeah,
right? And we have equal respect for all of them. But as far as this year, we've made a lot of preparation, so we shouldn't expect any less.
Kyle said, "Why not?" Kyle said, "Why not us?"
Why not?
Kyle said, "Why not?"
He stops the recording right there. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much, Kyle, from the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Appreciate you for taking your time to join the podcast here. It's gonna be live on YouTube and on Spotify. So for those listening on Spotify, don't forget to follow, give us a 5-star rating on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. This is Nico with Mario, joined by Kyle Gamber of the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Watch their first game on September 20th on the 88th season of the UAAP. See you next time, bro. Good luck.
Thank you.
Not ready.